Hello, and welcome back to FSD TV. I'm your host, Mark Sonny, and today we have a math lesson for you presented by Rachel Skoug, and it deals with ordered pairs. So Rachel, take it away.
Hi everybody, this is Mrs. Skoug, and I'm here to teach you something really cool in math. It's called graphing and identifying ordered pairs. So this is our learning goal for today. Students will be able to graph and identify, that means to be able to point and name it, ordered pairs on a coordinate plane. Why is this important, you might be asking? Well, when you graph and identify ordered pairs on a coordinate plane, it's important in displaying math in data to draw pictures of equations that may make it easier to understand. So this is what you'll need for today. If you have an iPad, that would be great. If you don't, you can be just as successful with a piece of paper and a pencil, just something to write down and take some notes. So let's jump in. It's really important to start with some vocabulary. So the first word we'll talk about today is called an ordered pair. Now, an ordered pair is a point on a grid at a specific location. The location is shown by numbers in parentheses. So as you can see up on the screen, I have 4, 2. That is an ordered pair. Our next topic, vocabulary word that we will talk about today is called a coordinate graph, or you can call it a coordinate plane. This is a set of lines or axes that run perpendicular to each other. So as you can see on the screen here, that is called a coordinate graph or a coordinate plane. Next, we'll talk about an origin. Origin sounds a lot like original, right? And that is where we begin every time we graph an ordered pair. So this is where you begin when graphing an ordered pair, and its location is 0, 0. And you can see that yellow arrow pointing to the origin. Okay, so let's jump right in. We have an ordered pair given to us that is called 4, 2. So first we need to talk about the x-axis and the y-axis. So the x-axis is horizontal, and you can see it as the orange line that's up on the coordinate graph or the coordinate plane. And so first we would start with that x-axis, and you start at the origin, and you'll kind of crawl on that orange line. And then the second number is your y-axis, so that would be our number 2. So anytime I look at an ordered pair, in my mind, I always say over 4, up 2, depending on what my ordered pair is. So this is how I remember. I know it's a little silly, but it works, I promise you. So X, the letter X has legs, right? And so it can walk. But the letter Y, it doesn't have any legs. It just has one little peg, right? And 2 arms. And so the Y can climb. Okay, so I always remind myself that the X has legs so it can walk, so it should be going along the orange line, and then the Y has arms so it can crawl up, parallel with the purple line, as you can see up on the screen. So some of the ways that we remember this is going over and up, or you can look at the arrows up on the screen. The orange arrow is going horizontally, and the purple arrow is going vertically. Okay. So let's try a few on paper. So if I start at the origin, I always have to start there, and I want to graph the ordered pair 4, 2. I start at the origin, and I go over, I crawl before I climb. I crawl before I climb. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up 2. That's my y-axis, 1, 2. So I will graph the ordered pair, and I will label it. Just like that. Okay, let's do the next one, 3, 1. I start at my origin, I go over 3, and I go up 1. Okay, and I'll plot my point, and then I will label it. Parentheses 3, 1. Okay, and my third one here, I start at my origin. My first number is 6, so I go over 6. And my second number in my y-axis is 7, so I go up 7. Plot my point, and I label it 6, 7. Okay, and that's how I graph ordered pairs. All right, let's move on. You're doing a great job so far. Now we're going to investigate, and this is what we'll do here. We're going to practice identifying what the ordered pair would be if it's already graphed on the coordinate plane. So as you can see up on the screen, I have plenty of points that are already graphed on the coordinate plane, and now what we're going to do is identify that ordered pair. So for example, if I look at the letter A and I really focus on that coordinate plane, I start at my origin, right here, I'm starting at my origin, and I go over, and I see that A is at the 8, and then going up I see that, so my first number is going to be 8 in my ordered pair. My next number is going to be 5 because A is all up to the number 5. So let's see if we did it correctly. We should see A comma 5, 8 comma 5. That's perfect. That's exactly where A was placed. So this is what I'd like you to do. I'm going to give you 30 seconds, and I would like for you to look at this coordinate plane and look at the rest of these letters and see if you can identify what is the ordered pair for each letter. Okay, so your time starts now. All right, we're back. Let's see how we did. Okay, so B would be at 8 comma 8, C would be at 3 comma 8, D would be at 1 comma 4, and E would be at 5 comma 3. And I'm sure that you are all so smarty pants that you got all of these correct. So great job, everyone. All right, this is so much fun. I'm having such a blast with you. Okay, so would you like to continue learning? This is what you can do. You can go to quizzes, and I've given you a link here, and you can continue your learning using a technology style. Also, you can teach a sibling. Sometimes it helps me when I teach a concept. I become a lot more versed in that skill. So that's something that you can do too. Let's see, if you're feeling like a rock star in identifying and graphing ordered pairs, this is what you can do. You can even extend your learning. So you can draw a simple shape on this coordinate graph that I've given you, and then you can identify all of those ordered pairs on that graph in that shape. And then what you can do is you can give it to a friend, or maybe give it to yourself, and see if you can graph those ordered pairs and connect the dots. See if you can create that same shape. It'll be super fun. So let's look at my example. I have a heart here, and I've written all of the different ordered pairs that I have identified in this shape. So what I would do is I would take a blank coordinate plane, and I would graph all of those ordered pairs again and see if I could create that same shape. How fun is that? So, ladies and gentlemen, today you learned how to graph and identify ordered pairs on a coordinate plane. I hope you had a great time. I know I did. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Thank you, Rachel, for that exciting lesson on math, and that was quite a coordinated grid. On behalf of everyone here at FSD TV, I'm Mark Sonny. Have a great day.